Dogman Stories.
Hello, Dogman's fans. Thank you for returning to episode 10, part 2 of I See You. Now, tonight, I would like to wish each and every one of you a happy Memorial Day. And also, I hope you all have been safe. And without further ado, we will continue part 2 of Dogman Stories. I was waiting for daylight. I wasn't sure if daylight would even work, but it happens in the movies. I guess I dozed off and I woke up, turned my phone on, and it was 8:30 a.m. So I listened for a few moments, slowly opened the trunk quietly, got out, and started moving stuff off the attic door. I banged on the attic floor and listened to see if I heard anything moving around. Nothing. Oh, I was still scared as shit. But I climbed down the attic door and quietly looked around. Nothing came in last night. That's good. I looked out my window. Oh my God. The chickens were tore apart. The pigs were mutilated. And my dogs were hung over the fence, half eaten and ripped to shreds with blood draining onto the ground. I called the same cop back. He came and ruled it as an unknown animal attack. It was a fucking werewolf, man. I seen it. You don't know what you saw, and I would hush if I was you, he told me with a temper. Man, just get out of here. So he left. I moved that same day. Was that cop trying to warn me? I don't know. It seemed like it to me. All I can say is I'm not there no more. But I know for a fact that the Dogman, and that's what my cousin calls him, lives in Florida in the Everglades. And that's a fact. I've seen it, and it's there, and it's out for blood. Human blood. Wow. That is a super crazy story. Can you believe it, guys? We have an exact location. Well, almost. Florida, the Everglades. So, and from what I've been told, there's only one road in and one road out. So that is really creepy. Some say that these creatures run with coyotes. Others say they run alone. Apparently this one he encountered is very dangerous and knows its place on the food chain. And that's actually a bad thing. I hope all of them don't act that way or figure out that they can kill anything. We would be at war with the Dogmen. Some do believe one day we will have to fight these creatures at war. I hope it doesn't happen, but it doesn't hurt to be ready just in case. Well, guys, that's the end of that story called I See You. Now, I would like to read you guys a letter that was sent to me from a guy named Tony from Louisiana. Now, Tony has been on Vic's show before, but he wanted to send me a little bit of his encounter, so I'm going to read it to you guys. Dear Dogman Stories, I had an encounter back in November of 2012 in southeast Louisiana. I was going hunting one night for deer or pigs. I put my truck at the town library and walked a levee system that was built to protect the town from floodwaters. The walk is almost a mile and makes a right turn into the spot I was going. As I made that turn a few yards in, I heard a deep growl, and the brush and the tree shook really violently. I shined my light where the sound came from and lit up some big yellow eyes. The brush was about 6 feet high, and the eyes were about a foot higher. As I slowly started walking back to my truck, the creature lunged out from behind the bushes at an incredible speed. Whoa, I thought to myself. Now, I was feet away from this thing, which at the time, all I can say is werewolf. It was like 7 feet tall, and it had yellow eyes and was all black with stripes or spots of brown. The head was huge and the arms were long. Its hands were just like raccoons, and that was so crazy. Its legs were just like dogs. It had huge canine teeth, and around the middle of the jaw was another set of canine teeth, but half the size of the front ones. It had a long, pointy ears like you would see on a Doberman. Its body reminded me of a UFC fighter, Joe Bone Jones. Long, tall, slim, and muscular. It also had male genitalia, more human-like than dog. Wow, that is something I've actually never heard, is male genitalia on a Dogman. Not saying I doubt the story, but I always wondered about that. Now back to the story. After it jumped out, it took a few steps towards me, so I lifted my rifle and shot it in the chest. I hunt with an AK I bought years ago because the way I was hunting, it isn't legal, and if I had to toss a gun, it wasn't expensive. I wouldn't be losing much. I also use a bullet that is meant to hunt feral dogs and hogs, and I dropped some big hogs and deers with this bullet. But this creature barely even stepped back. Also, I could see blood run down from the shot to the chest and around where the navel would be on a person. Now, all this happened in seconds after the shot. I walked slowly backwards, keeping my light on it. I'm not sure how far back I walked, but I put more distance between me and the werewolf. And after I turned to walk straight, it let out a howl that was almost like the werewolf on American Werewolf in London. But it wasn't exactly the closest I could get to from what I heard on the internet. It was like the werewolves from the first movie of The Howling. Now after that howl, I hit the brush and I started moving faster back towards my truck. As I walked back to my truck, it stopped me and moved in and out of the brush. I made it back to my truck shaking and scared as hell. This is what I want to make clear. I shot once because I don't have 30-round mags. I hunted with a 5-round mag. Just because it was an AK doesn't mean I was armed like a soldier. And the rounds I used are soft point, which act like hollow points, and one shot at a deer and hogs, it would put them down. I went on the Brenton Sawins show and was going to say this, but between nerves and getting backtracked, I didn't. I talked to only my grandpa about what happened, but told him it was a friend who told me so he wouldn't call me crazy. But to my surprise, he said in the same area when he was 17, he heard a growl and a howl and something stalked him through the woods. He said he never saw what it was that howled, but he never heard it before or after. The man grew up hunting and trapping and was a fisherman for work. I would like to say, if you are ever in Louisiana and you hear this creature growling and howling, it is probably the Dogman of Louisiana. I know this story is crazy and hard to believe, but it's the truth, and Dogmen are out there. You are absolutely right, Tony. They are. They are out there, and I don't doubt your thing for 1 second. So you do not have to worry about that. So I'd like to thank each and every one of our guests for submitting their stories. It takes a lot of courage to do that. Now for the moment you all have been waiting for. The winner of the $50 gift card is dun 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 dun, Anna Baz. B-A-Z-Z. Congratulations, Anna. Please send in your mailing address and contact information to dogmanstories@gmail.com. Please allow 2 to 3 weeks for delivery. Congratulations, and I will put up a new contest real soon. It was very hard to choose. There were so many I wanted to choose. If I was rich, I'd give you all a $50 gift card, but I'm not. I chose Anna because she was my first subscriber even before I had any of my videos up. The first video I posted was of a werewolf hand, and she was there. And a lot of you have been there. Anna wanted to talk about Dogman all the time, and she waited months before my first show got up. And she has been there from the beginning until now, through the good and the bad, like most of you have. So don't feel bad if I didn't choose you. I still love you all the same, and there will be plenty of contests, so don't worry. I've got my list here that I wanted to choose from. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check the list off on every contest I got. So congratulations, and I hope you all enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to send them below. You know I will respond. And if they're hateful, don't even waste my time or my fans' time, because I'm not doing that. I'm done with the hateful comments. And also, if you have any stories you'd like to submit, please go to dogmanstories@gmail.com. Also, look us up on Facebook at facebook.com/dogmanstories. And please, don't forget to support Dogman this month. Go and click Support Dogman. Donate as much as you can or as little as you can afford. That is fine with me. I appreciate it, and I hope y'all have a great Memorial Day weekend. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, have fun, my Dogman fans, and watch out for them Dogmen while you're out chilling by the bonfire.